Oh, name. We're starting with name. My name is John. I am almost 30. 29 in 10 months.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Hello. Why did you accept to talk with me?
That's curious. Truth. Truth is it's a curious thing, especially these past few years for me. And like I was just saying, I'm a leaf in the wind, so I like to follow whatever gust that I can.
So where are we?
We're sitting outside of my work. I'm on a break, a free break. Kansas City, if that's more specifically, Missouri, not Kansas. Whoever's watching's always people always get that mixed up.
So we just met in this cafe, and who are you?
Who am I? Oh, there's a deep question. Oh man, that's a tough one to answer. I don't really know. I don't really know who I am. I know how I was raised. I know who I thought I was for a while. For a while I went to school for one thing, and that turned out to be more something that I thought I was supposed to do. I did that for a long time, and that really wasn't who I was. So I wasn't really happy then, and then I guess maybe I figured out who I was trying to find happiness, but even then it just, I deconstructed a lot, and it just got heavier. And I would say in a nutshell, who I am now is just, I try to embody love for everybody that I come across, which is kind of why I'm here. So yeah, connection, I would say connection, human connection, love is really the only thing that kind of matters. Yeah, so.
What is your story?
My story? In what context, my story?
Whatever you want to share.
Oh man, well, it was funny because I was always afraid. I was always afraid of connection. I was always afraid of love because I had a certain, I suppose, loss when I was younger of a certain, I guess, kind of this grandiose love in life, and you lose that, and so I just learned to fear it, and so I spent my whole life hiding from it. So I was always shelled up, hiding from love, and then I don't know, confronting that fear was fucking terrifying, pardon my language, but there was a level of being vulnerable, and once I was able to open up and see the positives in actually opening up to somebody, see what was on the other side of that it made it worth it. But to take that first step was just utterly terrifying. So I suppose overcoming a certain level of I don't know how to quite say it, self-containment maybe. It was more, I was just trapped behind just who I presented myself as for so long. So breaking free from that was, I'd say that'd be my story, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. What brings you joy?
I'm making people smile, making people laugh. That's why I like being in the service industry. I'm fun, dancing, jumping, running, playing. And, it's like a childlike joy now. So I really do feel like a little kid again. But yeah, I get joy from art too. I feel like self-expression brings me joy, but it's also self-expression. It's a must. I need it. It's the way I explain it to people is that it's like a big tank or whatever, and there's all these different release valves, and as long as I can get the valve flowing and it gets out of me, then it doesn't combust. So I say it's either self-expression or self-combustion, and I internalize, and then I just, anyway, that's not a joyful topic.
What is your biggest fear?
Oh, fear. There's a big one. Being seen has always been a biggest fear for me. Like like I said, I was hiding, so being seen was terrifying. And like I mentioned earlier, being vulnerable, so I allowed myself to be seen, and then that fear just kind of, it shifted and it shrunk, you know. So right now I try to follow what I'm most afraid of, because, you know, going towards that, it just minimizes it. But biggest fear well, it's not quite so much anymore, but love, like I said, love was my biggest fear. So it was this personal hell I lived in, you know. Being afraid of love, it was the thing that would save me. So it was catch-22 is the term I'm looking for.
Are you loved?
I am loved. I've always been loved. I just couldn't see it, you know. I didn't allow myself to see it. I feel like I am loved now.
Do you love?
I try to. I mean, I love every day. It's a tough one for me, though, because I always equated love with loss, and so now, and I'm trying to overcome it, but now it's still hard to make that like deep connection with somebody when they're there. I mean, because when they leave me is when I truly feel more. So it's I still crave that abandonment, and I'm hoping that it can go away eventually, slowly. But you know, yeah, I would say I do love, but it's still a little twisted, and it's still a little at arm's length, you know. And sometimes I can see myself distancing people. Maybe I just need the distance because I'm not ready for like a full embrace. But you know, there's I suppose the path I'm on is day to day.
What are you proud of?
I'm actually proud of quite a lot of what I've overcame personally. Well, I will say a couple years ago when I was you know, I was in my own personal hell and I was isolated. I couldn't even go to the grocery store. Like, I was just afraid of being in public like that. And now I bartend and I serve people, and I'm so, you know, out there. And that's a milestone for me. That's a huge milestone. And I'm proud that I stayed strong through that, did what I had to do, you know.
Do you feel anger sometimes or upset?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I was angry on my birthday. Wow, things happen. Usually I was, you know, if I'm drunk. I was a little drunk. You can't see my car. It's around here. There's a dent in my car. I kind of maybe hit my car when I got back to it. Yeah, sometimes I can get angry. Usually not so much as, you know. I mean, well, actually that's not even true. I get angry, not personally, but, you know, I get angry at other things, bigger things, stuff that I feel like I can't control. You know, maybe that's what you're trying to accomplish with this. But, yeah, I get angry. Of course I get angry.
What is this anger about?
Well, I just feel like we could be doing better, I suppose. Like, in general, we could be treating people more kindly. I get really angry when people are mean to my friends. Like, it's funny because people can be mean to me, and I just, you know, it doesn't affect me. But if somebody's mean to somebody I care about, there's a level of anger that comes out there that's it's kind of frightening. But I suppose I'm still glad it's there. You know, I'm glad that I have that place to draw from, because if I need to use it, I suppose I will, to defend what I need to defend, which is people I care about, people I love. There's a quote in the Bible, it's the meek shall inherit the earth, and the people who have the power but do not yield it will inherit. So having that anger, but, you know, keeping it where it needs to be is, I suppose, what is it I'm thinking of? Spider-Man or Superman or one of the two. It's great power, great responsibility, that one. It's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Do you believe in something?
Do I believe in something? I mean, we just talked about love. Love is a something. Something deeper, something bigger. I don't. I mean, I say I'm spiritual. I don't say I'm religious. So sure, I suppose that means I believe in something. I believe in an energy. Certainly believe in energy. I believe we're all connected, and not just us people. Like, you know, trees and plants. I love plants. Plants are beautiful. Animals. Oh, when I see roadkill on the side of the road, every time I drive past it, it like sends this, like, and they don't. I hope my boss doesn't see this, but they, you know, it's a farm to table restaurant. They have pigs in there, and I go downstairs to get alcohol, and there's just like a whole pig, and he's got like his hair, and I'm just like, oh, this poor little, rest in peace, you know. Anyway, do I believe in something? That was, yeah, it's a little out there.
Will you vote in 2020?
Oh God, I didn't vote last time.
You didn't?
No, I voted the year before. I didn't vote last time because, well, I mean, I wanted to vote for Bernie, and then Bernie didn't happen, then Trump happened, and I didn't want to. I think I just got drunk for about a month straight after that. But I don't know what's gonna happen. Will I vote? Maybe.
What is the truth?
You're gonna stop there with what is the truth? That's Vegas. All get out. What is the truth? I don't know. I don't think words can do it justice. Just look around you, you know? That's, stop and take a moment, take it in. I mean, look at the sun, look at the trees, birds. This whole, you know, concrete jungle is not the truth. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's a testament to humanity being a cancer, and this is our last hurrah. I don't know. I feel more at peace when I go sit by the river and, you know, my feet in the dirt.
What is your truth?
I suppose my truth would be my story. I guess I'm still writing that one, right? Love. I mean, love is. I hope the light is stronger than the dark. Seems to be making a fourth quarter comeback. The light is. It's tough to define.
What do you need right now, right here?
In this very moment, probably a glass of water and probably a little bit of rest. I'm tired. In this moment, I think I'm pretty chilled out outside of some things that could be easily attained, you know, which makes me pretty fortunate.
Would you like to add anything before we finish this interview?
I would say choose love over fear, you know, always.
Thank you so much for your time, your trust, and overcoming your biggest fear.
Right? Yeah, it was a hard one.